What we talking about? What we talking about? What we talking about? Yeah.
Big beats.
We talk about the music, talk about the culture. We talking hip hop, cause it's never over. We talking about. You know we bring the heat, cause the world colder. Right. We ready for this war and we got our soldiers. We talking about the way we gotta feed the streets. We talking food for thought, everybody eats. Real life. We talking real life, but we ain't gotta preach. Not at all. We talking about love and we spreading peace. What we talking about? We talking about the news running through the town. Right. We talking about the way we hold our people down. What we talking about? We talking real gems, people gotta learn. What we talking about? We talking cash money, people gotta earn. What we talking about? We talking about respect and we talking pride. Right. You gotta stand tall when you come outside. Real life. We talking about the news that ain't out yet. What we talking about? If you want that real talk, this is that outlet. What we talking about?
Salute. Welcome back to What We Talkin Bout. I am your host, Rick. Salute. We are back in the building. We're here. Been gone for a minute, but I'm back. I do apologize for the delay. FTH Media is the network. I'm trying to build a network. Dumb Crimes and Criminals is the flagship podcast of the network that I'm trying to build. So I've been kind of focusing on that particular podcast. But what we talking about is here. You understand? We're going to talk about it. On this podcast, we're going to talk about any and everything. Today, we talking music, all right? It's a lot going on in music right now. You got a lot of guys from upstate New York. They coming at, guys from New York City. And this all stems from the Jadakiss and 38 Spesh. Okay, Jadakiss is from Yonkers, 38 Spesh is from upstate, Rochester. A couple of weeks ago, 38 Spesh was on the podcast, the Bag Fuel podcast, and they got to talking, and he had mentioned that, a few years back, him and Jadakiss, they did a song, and, the overall sentiment about that was 38 had the best verse. Because, when you got, this was a song called Sunday School, and it was Benny the Butcher's song featuring 38 Spesh and Jadakiss. So when you got three elite MCs on a song, people are naturally going to compare verses. So the overall sentiment was 38 had the best verse. That's no knock to Jadakiss. You know what I'm saying? Jadakiss is Jadakiss. He's been Jadakiss. He's always going to be Jadakiss. There's nothing anybody can do to tarnish the legacy of Jadakiss, right? So 38 said that, like, I had the best verse. I've been sending him joints ever since. He told me that we was going to do some songs together. He told me that he need to get back. You got that one, send me something. Like, you know what I'm saying? His son even said, like, 38 got y'all on that joint. Whatever, it's all friendly competition. Several years go by, he doesn't hear nothing. So he said that on the podcast. He like, Jadakiss ducking me. You doing songs with this person, that person. Like, Jadakiss just did a song with Angela Simmons. Like, come on. Right? So he like, you ducking me. Come outside. Right? So there wasn't anything disrespectful in him saying that, in my opinion, because I watched interviews with Jadakiss his whole career, and he's saying like, out Jadakiss's mouth, he says, when I get in a song with people, I'm trying to burn them. You know what I'm saying? That's all they talk about. That is their thing. Like, I'm the best rapper. Styles P, he always says it. When I get on the song with somebody, I'm trying to annihilate them. I'm trying to burn them. Jadakiss says the same thing. All right? Jadakiss said, MTV, y'all know I'll punish the list. These niggas' jewelry is fake and ain't none of them rich. Like, he's always talked about how much of the best and better rapper he is. So I don't think it's nothing disrespectful when 38 says he can say it because he's just as talented. He says, come outside. But everybody just started going against 38. But you can't talk to Jadakiss like that. Jadakiss is top 5 dead or alive. Jadakiss is the GOAT. Hold up. All right, now, and I also like I'm here to, music is opinion based. You know what I'm saying? I love having music debates. My man Troy, man, salute to my man Troy. Man, we've been debating music. I don't know how long, man. We always debating rappers. So we've been debating, and we've been debating Jadakiss verse 38. And he says that he's on Jada's side. He like, yo, Jada is that nigga. You know what I mean? 38 can't fuck with him. We rocking with Jadakiss. And Jadakiss is Jadakiss. We can't deny who Jadakiss is, right? My thing is, if you told that man, hey, send something, then do it. Do the verse, right? Because everybody went and gets 38 for saying that, because they're like, yo, what? You can't go at Jadakiss. He's top 5. He's Mr. Top 5. Hold on now. Nobody said Jadakiss was top 5. Jadakiss said he was top 5. And then everybody started saying that. He said that in the verse, and then that became like his tagline, and then people started to say that. No different than when Lil Wayne said, I'm the best, greatest rapper alive. And everybody started calling him the greatest rapper alive. But around 04, 05, somewhere in that area, and I forgot what song it was, Jadakiss said, yo, I'm top 5 dead or alive, and that's just off one LP. Then everybody started to run with that. But me personally, I don't put Jadakiss in my top 5. You know what I'm saying? I might can throw him in, Jadakiss to me will probably fall into that top 15 to 20 area, right? But that's just my opinion. And that's the good thing about music. It's all opinion based, right? My thing is, like, everybody's going against 38 as if 38 don't have a leg to stand on. 38 is independent. He's a producer. He's a rapper. He has a label. He puts people on. He isn't just some guy who, was just like coming in the door like, yo, Jadakiss. Is like, no, he's respected. He got songs with the legends. You know what I'm saying? He does extremely well for himself. You know what I'm saying? As far as being a $1 million independent artist. I mean, there are most signed artists. He's probably makes more than most signed artists because, again, he owns everything 100%. He also produces. He moves merch. He does shows. Like, he's doing extremely well. He has a back catalog that's crazy. So this isn't somebody who Jadakiss does not have to respond to. You understand? Because if he was, then he wouldn't have done a song with him, right? So what I'm saying is this. I think that, the music industry is doing to 38 Spesh what they did to Cannabis, which was go off the nostalgia, right? Remember, Cannabis came out. He cooked LL. Cannabis cooked LL Cool J. But then you had people saying, what? No, LL won. It's like, dog, he didn't win, man. He didn't win. Y'all was hyped up off the nostalgia of LL Cool J and the nostalgia and the allure of who he was and what he done and brought to the game, that y'all can't give it to Cannabis because you don't want to put a blemish on LL Cool J's catalog or LL Cool J's record. But Cannabis clearly annihilated that man. You understand what I'm saying? He annihilated him. There's even on the Beef, if I'm not mistaken, there's one of the Beef DVDs. KRS-One was like, that's LL Cool J. And they were like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he basically said, like, yo, he's LL Cool J. You can't say nothing about LL Cool J. It's like, yes, he can. We're in the game now. I'm in the same game. So I think I feel like that's what people is doing at 38. But that's Jadakiss. Yes, that is Jadakiss. Rapped with Biggie, rapped with Jay-Z, rapped with DMX, Legend, rapped with Mace, wrote all about the Benjamins, legendary verses. Some say he never had a whack verse. Legend. All right, Jadakiss, 1/3 of the Locks, D-Block, Mr. Top 5 himself. not here to slander or take away anything from Jadakiss, but 38 Spesh got something to say. He got something to say. Iverson stepped on that basketball court and saw MJ. He didn't say, oh shit, that's Michael Jordan. Coach, take me out. No, he said, that's Michael Jordan. But I'm Allen Iverson. I'm here to do my 1-2. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he didn't say, oh shit, that's Jordan. Coach, take me out. I don't want to play in the game. No, he said, I'm in the game. That's Jordan. But I'm Allen Iverson. I'm here to do my 1-2. And that's what I think, you know? And I see people online. They're like, you think 38 Spesh is scared to rap or scared to battle? I mean, they're saying you think Jadakiss is scared to battle 38 Spesh. He battled Jay-Z, he battled this person, he battled that person. He did. But at the same time, we don't know what Jadakiss is thinking. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. And I never will put what I think someone is thinking based upon their resume. You understand what I'm saying? It's boxers that's nervous before every fight. He might be 20-0, 25-0 with 23 knockouts, but he's still nervous walking down to that ring because he knows this can go either way. You understand what I'm saying? So if Jadakiss himself said, yo, you got the better verse. What if Jadakiss is thinking like, okay, what if I go in there and he gets the better verse again? Now people are going to start talking. We don't know if that's what Jadakiss is thinking, because 38 is not no walk in the park. And if you listen to music and if you listen to bars, you would know that 38 Spesh is top tier. Is he can rap with anybody in the game because he's at that level of rapping. Regardless, we cannot take that away from the man. And he produces, right? And he produces. So everybody is saying like, Jada ain't scared, Jada ain't scared. It's been several years. 38 done sent you joints, offered to pay for the feature. Why not do the song? You mess with Benny, right? Like you moving around doing songs with other people that nobody knows where them songs is right now. Nobody's listening to them songs. But why not? If you cut from the cloth of that real boom bap, spit bars, hip hop, why wouldn't you do a song with one of the top niggas that's still on that and pushing that forward? Because that has been a lost art for so many years. That real New York gritty boom bap style. Why wouldn't you do a song with him? Is my thing. If you ain't scared and you ain't ducking, why not do a song with an official MC that's trying to push what you guys started and created and help push forward, push it and keep it pushing in 2026? Why not do the song? Don't let your name push you over the line over the finish line and have everybody else speaking for you. You nice, do the song. And if he gets you again, then he got you again. It's music. It is what it is. You understand? This shit to me feels like the dunk contest, where you got the top name niggas know that, yo, nah, these dudes right here, they out here doing some shit I can't do. So in order for me to keep my name as one of the best dunkers, I'm not going to get in a dunk contest with these niggas over here that's doing triple backflips and dunking. That's what I feel like, personally. That's what I feel like, personally. You understand what I'm saying? And listen, I'm with y'all, man. Jadakiss is ill. He's ill. And, you know, like I said, me and my man Troy, we've been debating this. And my whole thing has been, Jadakiss got to rap. He either got to diss Spesh or rap. Give him a verse, right? My man is saying like, nah, he don't got to. He's Jadakiss. 38 can't fuck with him. I beg to differ. Now let's get to the diss, because he's getting a lot of criticism about the diss, right? And I see people breaking down the diss, and they're like, yo, this is really like a Jim Jones diss, right? And I agree. Now, 38 before the diss came out, he did say, yo, because Jadakiss has two new verses. One on the Big Daddy Kane beat where he threw a shot, and another on the new Fat Joe song Aroma, he threw a shot. So 38's whole thing is, listen, man, I said come outside. I just wanted a verse, but everybody is blowing this shit out of proportion, way out the water. People getting disrespectful in the comments, whatever. So it started to go left a little bit. And I feel like, as a man, 38 is gonna say what he wanna say, right? Cool. But he said, yo, you threw me 2 bars. Like, you threw me 4 bars. You owe 14 more. A verse is 16 bars. A standard song verse is 16 bars. You know what I'm saying? Now, on some diss shit, you can get in there and do a 32 or 40, 56, whatever you want to do. But if we talking like a standard song structures, 4 to 8 bar hook, 16 bar verse, you good. Down south artists usually do a 2 to 4 bar hook with a 12 bar verse. You know what I mean? Their shit has always been a little shorter, but he's basically saying, listen, man, you owe me 14 more bars. So enter Jim Jones. Jim Jones is on another podcast. They say, yo, what you think about 38? He goes in and say, yo, 38, he can't fuck with Jadakiss. Then he went on to say, yo, you talking about how what 38 Spesh is clothes and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? And 38 was like, yo, he did an interview. He's like, yo, we talking about bars. You know what I'm saying? We not talking about clothes. We talking about bars. You're not qualified. Mind you, salute to Jim. He makes good music. He stepped his bars up. Jim is not a whack rapper, but he's not an elite like barsmith on the level of certain rappers. No diss to him. No, we're not taking nothing away from him. He can rap. He makes good songs. But 38's thing was, yo, we talking about music. We're not talking about clothes and all that. Nobody give a fuck about what another man is wearing, right? Jim Jones put another video out. Yo, you ain't got enough money to go at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jim Jones is like he inserted himself as opposed to saying, yo, me personally, if I was an MC with a name in the game and they say, yo, what you think about that 38 and what you think about that 38 Spesh and Jadakiss, I would give my honest opinion. If I felt like, yo, I think Jada might get him, I'll say that. But I'm keeping it about the music, right? Or if I think 38 gonna get him, I'll say, yo, I think 38. You know what I mean? Or if I think it, like I just want to see it, yo, I think it'll be a good one. Let's keep it music, let's keep it hip hop, like, let's go. Let's get it shaking. But he take it outside by talking about what niggas' clothes is and how niggas look and 38 ain't got enough bullets in the gun and all this other shit. So 38 bombed him. You know what I'm saying? Because you weren't in it. They asked you about it and then you started talking a whole bunch of unnecessary shit. And then at the end of the 38 diss, it's called Fool's Mate. At the end of the diss, he went on and gave Jadakiss a shot. And he said, Jadakiss is only eating because he Fat Joe little man. Because Jadakiss and Fat Joe has a podcast together. Now, people are saying, yo, man, you shouldn't respond. But Jadakiss didn't do a whole song. I could see if Jadakiss did a whole song dissing 38, and then 38's response was, yo, the only reason Jada eating because he Fat Joe little man. Cool. Now y'all can say, yo, all right, man. You know what I'm saying? But this was clearly a light jab, a setup. My thing is this. Why isn't Jadakiss saying anything? Like, we not talking nostalgia. We not talking nothing, man. Because at the end of the day, Jadakiss came in the game. It was guys in the game before him. And he didn't come in the game and say they were better than him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say, yo, Jay-Z got more money than me and Jay-Z is a bigger artist than me. No, they went at Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying? Was Jadakiss clout chasing when he went at Jay-Z? Right? He done went at 50, went at Beanie. He had his battles. Why is this man at this moment, at this time of this recording of this podcast, why is this man has yet to write or respond to 38 Spesh? Why? As a rapper, I don't listen. Take away nostalgia. Take away the name. Take away the accolades. Take away everything, man. We just talking bars. Jadakiss knows bars. He know that boy 38 gets busy. They're like one and the same. He knows this. Y'all keep thinking because he's Jadakiss that he might not be a little skeptical about jumping in the ring with this nigga. Y'all keep thinking that. That's why I said it's no different than the boxer walking down to the ring with 25 knockouts, 25 and 0 with 23 knockouts. He's still gonna get them butterflies because I could go in the ring right now and lose and be 25 and 1. Or I could go in the ring and get knocked out. That can happen. So let's not be so easily to say, Jadakiss ain't scared. Jadakiss ain't scared. He got a song with Angela Simmons. But you don't want to do a song with the nigga that's keeping original New York street boom bap rap alive? A nigga that's ill? A nigga that can rap? Like, come on, man. What are we talking about here? Ain't nobody playing that song with him and Angela Simmons. Nobody. It's not going to do nothing. But you did a whole verse. But the nigga that's trying to push the culture forward and keep that New York sound that we lost alive, it's been several years. You ain't had no time to go into the booth at all? None? That's crazy. Or you could tell that nigga, I don't fuck with you. If it's that. I don't think it's that. But if it is that, you could say, I don't like you. Like, don't lead the man on. Because that's another thing. As men, you got to be a man of your word. And if you're a real nigga, then real niggas, in my opinion, wouldn't do industry talk. Because don't tell me, send that. If you don't have any intentions on sending that. You know what I'm saying? You could decline the fee. You could decline, man. And you could have just said, my nigga, salute, but, I'm over there. I'm over here. I'm doing what I'm doing, whatever the case. You don't have to just, send me something if you don't plan on getting on the joint. What we talking about? You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have no intention on getting on the joint, you shouldn't have told that man to send something. And you said, you got me on that one. Send something so I could get my link back. Man, what we talking about? You know what I'm saying? What we talking about? Like, dead serious. Niggas is out here thinking Jadakiss ain't ducking when he's ducking. In my opinion, I think he's ducking. I think he's ducking. And like I said, the reason why I think he's ducking is because the man called you out. He said, I'm outside. If I was in the game, I would have been outside. Nigga, put the beat on. You know what I'm saying? Like, put the beat on. Let's go. Let's dance. Let's get to it. And I'm a fan of 38 and I'm a fan of Jada. And like I said, I'm not here to knock Jada. Jadakiss is Jadakiss. All right? I'm not here to knock Jadakiss. Troy, I'm not here to knock Jadakiss. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is who he is. We're not taking that away from Jadakiss. But I do think he's ducking 38. All right? Mind y'all. I'm looking at so many videos online. Niggas is doing reactions. They calling it diss whack. Let Jadakiss come out and respond to 38. And 38 make a full joint about Jadakiss. We're going to be having a different conversation. Let's take away the nostalgia. Let's take away the allure of Jadakiss and everything. We talking strictly bars. 38 Spesh versus Jadakiss. This can get bad. That's my opinion. I think this can get bad. I'm not saying Jada won't have bars. I'm not saying that it won't be a good fight, but I might slide. But I'm going with 38, man. I'm going with 38 because it shouldn't take you several years to give somebody a verse, man. Especially when the music that you came in the game on and that New York has lost his sound, you're not jumping on that. But you over here doing songs with Angela Simmons that makes absolutely no sense. And a bunch of other people in the meantime, in between time. But you're not doing a song with 38, pushing the culture, trying to keep this New York hip hop shit alive. Come on, man. Come on, man. If that ain't ducking, then what's ducking? You know what I'm saying? If that ain't ducking, what's ducking? I don't know. Y'all let me know. You know? But like I said, man, take away the nostalgia. Go strictly bars. 38 versus Jadakiss. It will not go down how everybody think it. You know what I mean? Most people never even heard 38. Go back into his catalog. I'll give you something to go check out. Go check out the 1995 by 38 Spesh. He rapped over about 7 or 8 classic beats from 1995. Straight bar work. Go check that out. And then we have a conversation about Jadakiss verse 38. Go check that out and then dive into his catalog. Because I'm seeing a lot of people who ain't up on 38 catalog like that. And they like, what? Who is this guy? Who is this nigga? Da-da-da. It don't matter who he is. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who he is. Got the bars. He got the bars to stand with Jadakiss. And when you go and look into his catalog is crazy. He got a bunch of mixtapes, a bunch of albums, a bunch of productions. He's put other rappers on. He got songs with legendary rappers. So he ain't no small fry in the game to just talk to him the way the masses is talking to him just because Jadakiss been in the game longer. They came in the game in 2 different times. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't compare Drake to Jay-Z. He came in the game at 2 different times. The shit that Drake is doing and getting away with right now, he wouldn't have got away with that shit in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So we can't compare Jadakiss. We can't compare Drake and Jay-Z number-wise. Drake streams and actual album sales and all that is just a whole different time frame. 38 came in the game a few years after Jadakiss. It's a different time frame right now. The sound that 38 came in the game on in the 90s, he would have thrived. Just like Jada and them niggas. But he came in the game not going with the drill shit that New York is on. He came in the game on some New York shit. You know what I'm saying? He came in the game on some New York shit. So we got to respect that. And again, Jada, do the song or drop a diss, man. You understand what I'm saying? This is What We Talkin Bout podcast. I am your host, Rick. We gone.